phase 2 world bosses, and there is a coalition already with several guilds. We are not one of them. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. He said we weren't.
Don't sweat it. But yeah, we're in discussions with stuff like that with Rise and Rain, any of the other Alliance players.
He said
the entire Alliance is going to have to group together and play nice with every guild who can put bodies forward, because we're going to be so outnumbered by hordes.
That's pretty much what I told him.
Yeah. But we have a Discord and everything for the Alliance that we're in currently for World Buff with Rise.
The only thing that might need to be talked about is the fact that they are trying to require all people who are eligible for loot to have a scout out and a summoning lock.
Yeah,
I don't know how many.
You don't have to have a leveled scout. You just have to have a low level out there.
No, dude, anybody, yeah.
And the summoning lock's just a level 30. So yeah, that's pretty typical. I kind of expected something like that.
Last chance to repair is right here.
Sounds like a me problem.
Don't ride out yet. Wait for Rise to start. Group up here at the front. Make sure we keep buffing.
Click the summon portal real quick, please.
Everybody buff real quick.
Are they?
Dread wants to move in 10 seconds. You ready for it? Go ahead and mount. But if you can, get a few more buffs off. But we don't want to leave you guys. So, all right, we're ready. All right, so obviously make sure you have your sapper bound or whatever grenades you have. If we do encounter PvP, mages, it's going to be pretty heavy on your execution here. Paladins, priests pre-bubble the mages. Get bubbles ready basically to keep our mages alive. They do all the work. I don't know how aggressive Dread's going to try and play this. We're not in voice comms with him if there is a big fight. I don't want to just have all of our guys run in and be meat shields and die. So if we do start to engage here, let's just play slightly passive behind Rise, but follow them hard if they go in. If they commit, we got to be right there with them. I really got to get a fucking epic mount. This is embarrassing.
Look at all the pores in the back.
I know. I tried to leave a little early just so I wouldn't be seen with them, but can only do so much. Don't die when you jump down. Just jump deep in the lava. Don't risk hitting the ledge. It seems like we always have one person die right here. Don't let it be you. We still have 3 spots open in the raid. Gotta figure out who that is. If Newbie doesn't mind helping me as we zone in, might have to get a few summoned. Don't jump yet if Rise hasn't jumped. Okay, I think we look fine. Let's go ahead and jump now.
A few horde, not many though.
Yeah, just push them. Push hard, push hard. Oh, they're all stacked up in there. Get up. Oh, easy, they're all crushed. It's like they all zoned out. That's hilarious.
Dude, we're all zoning out right as you guys were running.
Oh, they were zoning out too late. We fucked them so hard.
Hell yeah.
Some made it out. Keep fighting.
Like, yep.
That's fucking great. Get X-Bry up. Did he die out here?
Yeah, I'm dumb.
There's a few more coming out.
Res X-Bry quickly. Let's go ahead and zone in.
Someone click my portal, please.
Get X-Bry up and then we're zoning in.
We can't see it. We will.
If you want to get a summon or something, you gotta do it farther away.
I have a res on next bride coming.
Okay, I'm zoning in, logging. Escort successful. All of us got our non-Ani head buffs here.
Log until 8:30.
Need to make sure a few people have assist. Yeah.
We're on the portal.
I don't know if Newbie, Shamoose, or Ulfric have assist and don't have world buff system.
We don't have
people will summon.
Yeah, we need someone not protecting Songflower
There's
to
Horde
help.
up there now.
Just give it a few minutes then.
So we can log off right now for good.
Yeah, you can log out.
Yeah, we need some people to zone out.
Be there in a second. Funk Tom, click this summoning portal.
Fuck, I'm getting attacked. I think we're good.
Yeah, you guys can log out. We have about 10 minutes at least until we call a
I
log.
think we're just
Go ahead and
missing
review the
Vincent
raid assignment sheet
and
if
Fizz.
you. Yeah, if you haven't yet. I need to fix our 2 substitutes. So Ulthric and Real have to buff an additional group, and I put Big Chiggy over all of our priests that can't make it, and all of his. You guys should review the assign if you're a healer, dispeller, off tank, tank, interrupter, rogues, all the Fury Warriors. You need to look at the. And we'll be talking through them before the polls here because we have so many people in new roles.
Who are we missing? Iffy?
No, or I don't know who's not in the raid right. We only had like 2 spots open, but no, it was Cherry Pepsi couldn't make it, and then also one of our rogues. They're gonna.
Gotcha.
It was M Bison and Cherry Pepsi, so we got Xavier and Big Chiggy. The roster is already updated to reflect it.
Right, that's what I was looking for.
Alright, groups are ready. We just need Fizz and Vincent. Anyone know if Vincent's?
I haven't got notice from Vincent. I expect him to be.
He's online right now.
He might just not be in the party.
Alright, I'm logging out. I've already burned 20 minutes.
I messaged Vincent on Discord. We'll get him in later. But yeah, I'm gonna go get a drink. Let's log in 10 minutes and start buffs. We'll do it 5 minutes before raid. We can get a last minute summon, or they can just run in. Summon them when they get to.
Well, I just put all 32 of my buffs in a spreadsheet, and guess what? No room for
No room for what?
hots.
You shouldn't have told somebody that. They're
Well,
gonna
then
troll
pray
you.
to God you don't need to be healed by him.
Don't
So
heal
you're
me. I'd
saying
rather die.
you have
I would
you have
rather
room
die.
for unending breath.
If you see me low and the only thing you can do is put a hot on me, just let me.
Sounds fair. Better say that sounds like a commitment.
I'll take my life into my own hands if I see myself get that low.
Andrew, what's your plus minus on 6 hours this time?
What's the best place to farm elemental fire? Because I'm running low on fire pot.
The auction house.
No, that's a gross price.
Honestly, just doing like BRD like to Incendius, like that's pretty.
Okay.
Ungarl's not bad either. The volcano.
They're just like 5 gold a pot, and eventually, I'm never gonna get my epic mount. Well, it's Tuesday, so it was my fault for waiting until Tuesday to get it. But
There were 3 yesterday.
yeah, I should have. I usually buy it early. I just spaced. I had everything, but I thought I still had fire pots and another tune, but I didn't.
Better off farming something else and then using that money to buy elemental fire or essence fire.
Okay, true.
Farm Dire Mall.
Stances count, right, as a buff. So like cat form would count as a buff. I would assume.
That's my understanding.
Yeah, and like another thing, like I noticed like we had a paladin signed to sanctuary. It's definitely not a good buff to have if we're having full world buff. Because it's only going to get tighter as we get like CG buff and Darkmoon Fair.
So can we enchant our gear yet then or no?
Yeah, but just with the understanding that any enchant that comes from like an item, such as the Libram,
I got
that
fixed.
still counts. No, that still counts.
So everything else is fixed?
Everything else is fixed, yeah. And
As it
apparently
was
the
said to me,
Libram stuff is actually correct. Like they said it matches the reference.
as it was said to me, anything an enchanter does to you doesn't count to the everything else you enchant yourself with external items like CG buffs or librams do count for it.
Yeah, so head and leg enchants are probably not worth it right now. I mean, I already have like my Devil Sword legs enchanted. I'm probably not buying a new pair of Devil Sword legs. So
Yeah, that's not worth.
Does anybody get as fucked as Ferals do on buffs?
What time are we pulling at? 8:30 on the dot, or
We're gonna log in about 5 minutes.
lifetime? Thank you.
Do instant poisons count as buffs? And like sharpening stones?
that I'm not sure about.
Sharpening, yes. Poisons, I would say yes.
generosity be returned to you 100-fold.
Could someone help Barney summon me?
We'll probably wait until people log in because
You can go ahead, if you're going to help someone, go ahead and log in now. We're going to log in about 1 minute.
Can any warlocks make the good health stones?
let's see if there's people. Oh my god, yeah, there's people. Go back in, go back in.
I guess I'll just run in then. Don't want anybody to lose buffs.
We're gonna need a lot more people to go out if we want to summon.
How many were out there? Just like a group?
I mean, I saw at least like 5 or 6.
It's okay, I'll just run back. I don't even have buffs, so if I die, it doesn't even matter.
Alright, are we logging on right now for buffs?
Yep, let's log in now.
Unless you want to summon when everybody logs in.
I'm at max rank water. God bless you.
You guys hear?
Yep.
Nope.
Cutting out a little bit though.
I'm not hearing my push to talk anymore, but I think it's because I started streaming. Just want to make sure you can hear me when I talk.
Yep. You're
cool. Easy. Alright, let's get logged in. Full buffs, consumes, get the summon up. In 2 minutes, I want to. So we got Pro and Fizzle tanking tonight. I'm going to have to take my time on some of these boss fights because we have so many new assignments. Put a lot of people into raid 2 to make sure it's successful tomorrow. Please make sure you have the assignment sheet pulled up as well as we go through here. Annihilator tank order is going to be Pro, Fizzle, and then Noon 30. So we have Noon 30 stepping in as our 3rd tank, Iron as our 4th, X-Bry as our 5th if needed. Shouldn't be for most of the stuff.
When is Fizzle logging on? He's not in.
He's not here yet, is he? Shit. He should be here right on time. Hopefully we get him in. If not, we'll have Noon step up on the trash. He hasn't told me he won't be here, so I assume he'll be here. I mean, that's the last spot for Fizzle. Okay, good. Make sure we have a group. Go ahead and put Vincent in group 3 so that way Fizzle slots into group 1 properly as soon as he gets.
There's a decent amount of horde outside.
Okay. Alright, buff should be good. Consume's good. Noon, we're going to have you just 2nd tank here until we get Fizzle in. So big heals on Pro and Noon. Should be ready to pull here in about 5 seconds. Everyone ready? Final check. Mana buffs, good. Stepping. So pretty typical pulls here. Not going to change up much in our trash strats.
Do we have a tank on this guy, or?
My bad.
We're gonna pull across the bridge again. Do the banish on the annihilator. Should only have to kill the one fire lord. Blow it up. Don't wait on a tank. You can precast. Quick banish on the moon. I don't care who does it. Do not banish those annihilator spawns, please. I'm sorry, I said annihilator spawns. I meant the fire lord spawns. So the annihilator, we got the taunt rotations. Gonna watch target of target on it. That means noon slots in. So we'll go pro. Then who is for tank? Iron. Pro noon iron on the annihilators. So we'll actually need iron tanking on some of this trash. But honestly, if me and Noon just communicate, we can solo tank each one, mocking, taunt mocking. You might have a harder time without improved taunt, but we should be okay.
Where's my can?
We don't have Mayo in here either. What the fuck? Oh, he's offline. I'm not sure what's going on. Alright, we're pulling up here. I got a taunt. Noon's next. In fact, I'll just I don't have mocking, so we gotta have taunt. Yeah. And then Iron's next taunt. I had it ready almost. That was close. Let's just go ahead and
swim up.
Yeah, Buford, go ahead and swim up. We're going to jump down for this annihilator. Looks like the dogs aren't here anymore, so let's be ready for the dogs if we get them. We need 2 tanks on the dogs, so that puts Noon and Iron on the dog together, taunting off each other if Pro's already consumed. Need a taunt there. Pro already used it. There you go. I got it back. So I'm just waiting to see where the dog patrols are. We can go ahead and kill the Surger if it comes on us. If we get a Surger in the dog, obviously quick ban it. So the hardest thing for us probably without having a normal off tank here is going to be just taunts on the dogs. Got to get used to it. Noon's going to be tanking the dogs with Pro. If we end up with a third, I need Iron to respond to it. And otherwise, they're DPSing. Healers have to act accordingly. Let's put us, all 3 of us as tank targets. There we go. Casters do not have to stack. You do not have to stack on Surgers. In fact, you don't want to. They do the knockback no matter what. So I want to pull this way back. That dog's kind of sketchy right there. We're almost losing our window. I'm going to grab it. All right, back. Pull back.
We got another dog.
All right, we got to kill the dog then. Dog's priority. Pro's got a taunt on it.
2 taunts on the dog.
Get the second tank taunting the dog. I got skull and dog, but focus the dog. Keep Iron up and Noon. I'm gonna try and taunt off Noon. Yeah, sloppy marks and ass pull there. Sorry for the deaths. Good recovery. Quick reses. So I didn't see the dog from behind there. My bad. You guys call that out if you spotted earlier. Then it felt like there were no dogs, and I just assumed they changed
Buff Ulfric and Experiah.
Wait here. I'm gonna pull the dog across the bridge. It's probably gonna chain the Fire Lord if you pull it right now, so we gotta back up. Don't want to pull the. If you just make sure the dog's at his like maximum patrol distance towards us, I think, before you pull him. And spot buffs on Experiah and Ulfric. If we want, we can change up the taunt or the tank rotation on the trash, since Experiah just lost his world buffs if he had any. That lets Iron or Noon DPS if they have flower and stuff. got the this other dog, so just stay put. Don't chain. Back up a little more away from the new dog walking up. I don't want to chain the giant destroyer. All right, we got all of them, just like I said. So got to burn the dog first. Need 2 tanks on the dog, and we got to separate the destroyer. Noon or Iron, get the destroyer out of the raid.
Dune's got the giant. And I'm second on dog.
I just get the giant. Destroyer's got to get away from everybody. Iron will get it out. We got to get the dog. There we go. We got it. Burn the dog down.
Keep burning.
Next, we kill the destroyer, but melee range kill the destroyer. Melee can stay in on giant. Everyone get away from the destroyer and just range burn it down. Let the melee kill the giant.
Please dispel the buff if you can.
So yeah, not having our normal second tank here is throwing us a little bit of a ball here. That was just bad group positioning there. Chain pulling the dog with those giants. And
Hey, this is Fizzle. 15 minutes, I'm out, and I'm right outside the instance, so I'll be on in a second.
yeah, a lot of raid damage taken on the destroyers if you're in melee distance. So whenever it's getting sketch, we just want it away from the raid and don't even have melee DPS in on it. So yeah, shitty start to this. Let's just take a breath while we get these reses and buffs up and redone double R. That might be a little weird with new.
Will you
new
link me the
assignments.
salve, Vikora, please, and the taunt resist, Vikora?
Pull them
Yep,
up.
I got you.
Someone already got it. Miles outside the instance, I think, right? Where's the inside there is? So.
Pro need to link the self one. I already deleted it because I don't use it.
How do you link it again?
Open up your weak auras, press enter so you have like your chat window open, and then shift click on the weak aura and it'll link it in your chat window.
Easy. Is that what you wanted, or you wanted taunt resist?
I already gave him the taunt resist, so you get the other one. Just don't import when we're in combat. At least that.
Yeah, salve and taunt resist. There we go. I just put salve.
Yeah, I got both.
Let's go.
There's Leaping Bomb if you want it. All right, pulling.
Is Renew no longer banned?
Just on Quanta, I think.
Just in Quanta, yeah. Let me
Blow it
die.
up. Stay in the middle. Here comes the knockup. Stack on the Dark Iron. Pulling the Searcher. Dude, I might get imps. Yeah, they got imps. Just banish the Surgery if you need to. Give me a second on the imps. Only heal pro. I don't have shout, so give me a second. Alright, go ahead and go. Just melee any imps that break away from me into the main raid.
Hey, pro.
5 seconds.
Crystal charges are only a minute cooldown. That's so OP.
That is kind of cool.
Can't believe I haven't been using them. Alright, get ready for the next Surgers. We got 2 Surgers to chew through right here, so back. Imps again. God damn it. Give me a second on the Imps. Go ahead and banish the Surger. Got 2 Surgers to banish. Wait until both Surgers are banished before you start on the Imps. There you go. The Imps are going to make it into the raid. Try to back up into the corner. Now we don't need to rebanish any Surger. We can tank 2 at once. Just have Noon pick up the other one. Pro get a skull. I think that's the first one to go. Back up. Sorry, guys. I thought we knew this. Now. Back up. Let me have the amps. Back up all the way. I'm pulling it back around the corner. Okay, go ahead and start. All right, I'll call out the dog assignments and real quick talk about the Lucy kill. So because we got so many moving parts, we by next week it's a hard requirement where we're not even going to decurse. We're just going to use everyone's resto pots, and if you die from the curse, it means you weren't resto potting, and it makes it easier for us to identify you. This week, however, is not one of those weeks with the new tanks, with the new lineup, and we're not even going to have Fizzle here for the second tank on the Lucy kill. So what we'd like to do here is we're just going to kill the ads one at a time, separate from the boss. So I'll pull the boss over to the right. We'll have Noon and Iron pull the ads to the left, kill the ads 1-1. As far as the dogs, let me call up the dog assignments. We got Pro on Star. Fizzle's not here, so we'll also replace him. And then we got Noon on Circle, Expiria, Triangle, Iron Moon. Who's not tanking something? Let's put Vincent or Rended or Xavier. One of you speak up and raid if you're ready. I'll put you on Fizzle target, so you're going to be Diamond. Is Vincent here? Okay, Xavier. Xavier's going to be on Diamond. Okay, so everyone gets their target. Pull the dogs back on the smokestack. Stack them the same way. I'm going to pull now. Tank step. Pulling before Lucy gets here. We can tank multiple if we need. Don't focus any one thing down. Get the dogs stacked over here on the smokestack. Face them all back towards Magmadar. Don't burn anyone. Tab target through all of them. Good job. Now wait on Lucy. Don't pull Lucy. Back up, back up, back up. There we go. Smokestack seems like a safe spot. It's kind of close, but it's far enough away. Build Rage. Do the same thing in the next dog pack. So that was Xavier tank. But we have Noon and Iron for Lucy. So the same thing again on these next dog packs. Xavier will keep tanking his target.
Xavier, take off salve.
Yeah, click off salve. Alright, pulling again. Pull it all. Pull it way back. Try not to do any casting here so the tanks can pick up their targets easily. Go grab your shape, pull it back to Pro on the smokestack. Don't focus any single one. Get off Star. Alright, kill the others. Pull Rage. This is the Rage pull heading into the Lucy fight. Let's get mana as soon as we can. I want to let Serrated Bite wear off. We might not get Lucy this rotation. Not the end of the world. Use your Blood Rage to bridge you. So the ads, we're going to have Skull and X on the ads. They're going to be over to the left. We can have them next to each other. That's fine. Just burn them down first. Big mind controls. Only priests can break the mind control. So all of our priests are dispelling. Offensive dispels on the mind control. You just got to sit there and wait for it. So it's huge that the priests pay attention to that. So it's pretty much expecting the paladins and druids to heal the raid for the most part. As far as assignments go, everyone slots up one. So we're going to put Noon on Skull. And we'll do Iron on X. And Pro will tank Lucy off to the right. Everyone should be resto potting here on the pool. I don't want to have to force mages to lose global cooldowns of DPS on these things, just to decurse. But we're just going to go with the strategy that's going to kill the least amount of people possible. And that means killing the mind control bosses as fast as we can. Resto is going to have to do a full tick. So don't use the resto right away. Wait until the curses are about to go off, then resto. All right, everyone ready for the pull? Tanks, go ahead and make sure you have your rage pulled. Pop your blood rages. We have Noon on Skull and Iron on X. And they're going to be to the left. I'm going to tank Lucy to the right. Burn Skull. Noon's target is the burn target. All right, step up for the pull. Everyone ready? You guys might have to rage pot for threat here, but just make sure you're in defensive stance. Should be fine. All right, pulling. Keep Iron up. Can we get a... had like a double parry miss or something. I think Lucy hit Iron. Just keep the tanks up. Burn Skull. It's already down. Burn X now. Big mind control dispels. There's a dominant mind coming. Alright, get on Lucy. Go ahead and pop your restos if you... Choker and Gauntlets of Mine.
Is the MC threat
2
based?
reses. I think it could be. I'm not sure for sure. So how did X Brian and Toby die?
I got MC'd and destroyed.
So
MC.
yeah. 2 MC deaths. Okay. At least it wasn't anything else. I almost killed Iron on the pull, but that's because I got like a double parry dodge or something. Maybe a taunt resist mixed in too. I gotta watch the replay. But Iron ended up having threat on the Lucy and Azad at the same time. It's a lot of damage. Alright, mana looks good, but we'll do the loot as we pull. Get ready for dogs, tanks up. Caster's link for that neck. We have a few items we didn't settle on. I'll see. Pull the dogs back, stack them. Slow DPS on any given one. Face them all back towards Madmidar every time. So next week, it's resto or nothing. We're not going to let the mages do any dispelling. We're going to have a couple priests assigned to snipe the mind controls. Everybody else is just balls to wall, burn Lucy. We'll be back to a more stable roster by next week. We're going to start doing the Lucy burn strat. Hopefully we'll get a Onyxia buff too for it. Let the serrated bite drop in 7 seconds for pulling. Alright, pulling Rage on this next pack so that we do full mana right here before we pull the dogs. Give it a sec. Full mana, double check your buffs, consumes, get everything right. We're going to have a very short rest after this dog pack. Go straight into Magmador.
Get Fear Words out.
Go ahead and get Fear Words. Yep. Should have started already.
I'll be in charge of Pro Blazer's Fear Ward, reapplying it during the fight.
Dumb question, is Mag immune to fire?
Probably just very highly resistant. Maybe not. It might be. I haven't tested.
He's not immune to fire.
Alright, mana looks good. Buffs look good. Double check your consumes. Pulling dogs and conserve mana here. It's not a race. Range DPS. Try not to blow. It's a very short rest before we pull. Make sure we're all rage pulling. We'll pull as soon as our serrated bites wear off. Stack them, face them towards mag. Harder stack next time.
Can Warrior snag another might buff, please?
Yeah, I have 4 minutes on mine. Good call. Alright, 15 seconds on the serrated, then we're gonna pull.
Just one tank?
Yeah, 1 tank fight. Just keep me up. If I die, I might have to get a B-res or scramble and have one of the Furies throw on a sword and board, but it should be.
Fuck, I won't have pulled rage.
It's fine, just pop a blood rage. We're about to pull. Alright. Pulling in 3. Oh, you gotta stand, don't you? Okay.
Yeah.
Pulling in 3, 2, 1. Fear in 5 seconds. Almost record victory. Pretty good. It's basically tied our record.
Strikers again, dude.
Did anyone
Card
get
strikers.
lag on that?
Such gross loot.
That neck's beautiful. Are you kidding me? And those gloves? Come on now.
They're very, all of it's very good. I was kind of memeing. We get that shit all
I'm
the time.
really-
That's our first neck. We're
Let's
rolling
go.
in strikers.
Ooh. Logging in now.
But yeah, good DPS tonight. You know, we took some very solid DPS players out of this raid, but to tie our record kill right there without Omni buff is pretty good. Dire Maul buffs putting in work, it looks like. Give us a second on the imps. Everyone's up here for most.
That's in the neck, man.
Moving Fizzle into group 1. As soon as Fizzle zones in, let's get a res on him. I'm going to pull the imps here in a second. DPS. Give me a second on him. Basically, let me clump them. I'm going to blow a shout. Okay, you can AoE now.
By the way, the imps are so weak that melee can actually just go in.
They really can. It doesn't matter, does it? Probably don't even blow AoE shouts, but tug left. Imps respawn.
I'm inside and ready for someone when you guys can.
We got dogs up now.
Yeah, let's summon Fizzle real quick and wait until the group gets here. We'll kill the dogs.
You could just jump. We are almost at his position.
Yeah, we're at the jump as well, but we have dogs in front of the jump, so we need to group up before we move over. Need 2 tanks on the dogs. Pro taunt. I already blew my taunt. Need a second taunt for noon.
I got it.
Spot buff some Fizzle, please, when you can.
Fizzle, you here officially?
I am.
Here.
Yep.
So Fizzle's now second tank. Let me get the mark. It takes iron off the loop.
I don't have room. Sorry. Hold on.
Damn.
Retrade.
Oh,
Good,
you
but
got
that
swapped groups.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I put Fizzle in group 1. Alright, we
damn,
have the
dude,
other
that's
dog
rough.
patrolling through here. We're gonna have to be careful on the timing's a little weird with the dog patrol. Let's go ahead and get the searcher.
Alright. Pro, take it a little bit slow for me because I haven't second tanked since.
Yeah, you're fine. We'll walk you through it.
You're on X, bro.
You're back on X, dude. Yeah.
Nice! What's up, guys? How's everybody doing today?
So Fizzle for threat on secondary targets, you don't use Bloodthirst until you get like at least 3 or 4 stacks.
So those Sunders.
Yeah. Since you're solo stacking Sunders on the off-kill target, you know, it will take a second.
We're
for you to start
separating these, yeah?
Yeah. You don't want to stack with the Destroyer, so I'll just, I'll kind of keep mine there. You can pull yours back into the raid. But I'm going to keep the Destroyer where he's standing.
Facing in the way. Got it.
Yeah. They're pulling. Doesn't really matter if you face this guy's way. Yours is going to knock you back and do a threat reduction, but you don't want to be near the Destroyer because he'll do the AoE stomp that he just did. But it is a threat reduction on the Giant's knockback, so sometimes you're going to have to taunt.
Okay.
We got the dog coming with perfect timing, so Tom, whenever you want to pull the dog in front of the Giants, I'm ready for it. In fact, I'm going to wait on the Fire Lord just so we can kill the dog. Go ahead and wait for a second. I like to pull the dog like once he passes in front of the Destroyer right now. So about now we can grab him. You can see where he turns there. Like I'm pretty sure that's max distance from any other mob. And Fizzle's second taunt, so Fizzle we got a 2 taunt the Core Hounds because they second highest on their threat table. They're gonna hit with the Vicious Bite or whatever.
Okay.
And yeah, Noon, you can go back to DPS on dogs. Pretty much everything but Annihilators for Noon can DPS. And I think Annihilators for the most part we can handle. Now let's have the raid stay back here because I want to pull 1 extra so we can pull a rage for Gehennis. For Gehennis, we're going to do the same strat as last week. We just burn Gehennis and then the ads will be tanked off to the side up against the wall. So we're going to have Fizzle and Noon take the ads. We'll put Fizzle on X, Noon on square. And then you two just stack up over here off the side of the wall. Doesn't really matter. and they do cleave, so don't cleave each other. They don't do anything else. Move out of the fire if it comes on you. Gehennis, everyone's got to move out of the fire for the most part. Situationally, I might keep them and not move out of the fire. Everybody's popping a free action potion if you're melee here. We need good dispels, or decurses, excuse me. It's a 75% healing reduction decurse. So I have the tanks marked, Noon, Fizzle, and Pro as main tank targets. We need priority on them for the decurse. All right, everyone ready? Let's pull Rage off this next Fire Lord, and then we'll run to the bottom. I'm gonna go and pull it back. Probably get at least one spawn, doesn't matter. Try not to use abilities, so I'm just taunting here. Alright, good enough on the Rage. I incinerate, fire damage taken. We need that removed. Is that magic? Pro needs a debuff. Magic.
Remember, that's not be removed.
Oh, can we really not remove those? Fuck. Alright, it's not that big of a deal. I'm just gonna pull. Alright, everyone's got their target. This is a burn on Gehennis right from the start. Ready for the pull? Hunters, go ahead and try to pull X and square back to our off tank, so over to the right, and then we're just gonna pull Gehennis straight back. Alright, pulling in 3, 2. I forgot to fap there, it's my bad. I killed Quana.
Dogs coming.
Yeah, back up. We got a dog. Oh, and we chained pull. Alright, try and get Gehennis down. We got 2 others.
Can we banish that Fire Lord? Is that possible?
Yeah, no. I'm gonna try and get the dog too. I popped a shield wall to try and stay alive here. I got the dog and the Fire Lord for a second. Just keep burning Gehennis. See what we can do. Let's get white protection up. Try and
Noon, I've got the second boss. Please hop off.
We need to switch to the Fire Lord as soon as Gehennis is down if we want to try and survive this.
Down. Save buffs. Come on.
Nah, this is a wipe, but just get Gehennis. We have white protection here. Wipe clean. So when the dog chain pulled the Fire Lord, that was a wipe, but I just want to get Gehennis down.
Fucking targeted the wrong person.
Yeah, so we were just too antsy to pull there. I forgot about the dog pack that we hadn't killed yet. That patrol, when we do that fight, we would have had to pull back a little bit quicker there to avoid, and we're just delaying the dog pulling it.
Die quickly, please. It's all good, guys. Everybody just die quickly. Make sure you wait on popping for that.
Let the spawns despawn. Yeah, they will.
Spawns. How far does the dog go?
He walks past us, so we got to be very careful when we res. We're gonna have to run to the safe spot where we killed that Fire Lord.
Oh, god damn it!
You shouldn't have resed yet.
I didn't see it.
It's okay.
It's fine, just die.
That's my
Ultric
fault.
bubble.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Ultric's DI.
The spawns will despawn, and we got to make sure the dog's patrolled away before Ultric reses anybody. And when we do Ultric, I think you got to run over to where that Fire Lord was killed as we move past him.
Okay.
We're gonna have to kill Gehennis' ads too to be able to douse. So we're gonna have to clear all of that once that next lava spawn goes down. But yeah, just start picking up resers once the lava spawn disappears, and then you guys are definitely gonna have to go hide off to the side by the Fire Lord when the dog patrols back.
Alright, he's despawned.
As soon as you get all the healers up, prioritize Fury Warriors, because they can tank and do DPS worst case scenario if you get a dog or a Fire Lord back.
I've got the dog marked square, so just keep an eye out for square behind.
So yeah, once all the resers up, get pro up, and then continue with druids, and then a little bit of DP.
Pop Fizzle as well for a second time.
Yeah, I'm still up, so.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, and don't prior pro, then Noon can tank the dog. So get healers and resers, and then range DPS. Just be careful where that dog. Do we have a mark on it?
I do. Yes, it's already done.
Yep. Master Looter up to Poppy. I'm not sure what group he's in.
He's up.
Congrats, guys. Big loot.
So yeah, sorry about the pacing of when we stepped into that pool. That was entirely my fault. I just lost our world bus for it. We just can't forget about that dog patrol. And then if we are going to skip the dog patrol, we got to pull faster and pull back if he's walking toward.
Dog is on its way back.
Yep. Everybody come over here to where the Fire Lord was, please. Right over here. Marking star. Come to star.
Get Beaufort, because he's like the farthest one away.
Dog's walking back slowly. Let's the hard stack on the lava. We want to let the dog walk all the way across. So like come back on pro where I am back.
Everybody on star, please. Yep.
Yeah, like hard stack back here away from everything. But we can keep resing for a little bit longer. Just make sure if anybody accepts a res here, they're not going to trigger the dog. We can now kill the dog with enough people up, so just get mana. We'll kill it before it walks away. See, I'm going to step up. We're definitely killing here. Just get mana.
Move, Grio.
Need second tank ready too, so if Bizzle and Pro need heals, I'm going to pull once I'm ready. Okay, here we go. I didn't have a taunt back on you for 1 second. I can taunt. Gotta heal Pro. Alright, let's get mana and buffs up now.
We do need
We're gonna have to kill the ads.
Yeah,
we have to kill the ads and the skull target to get the douse off. So full buffs consumes real quick.
kill the ads first. We can pull to the side.
Me to pull.
Alright, I'm gonna pull the ads, they'll probably pull together. I'll take skull if Fizzle got X. Hit Fap there. Got stunned, double stunned, god damn it. They didn't do them at once. Normally you can just base roll through it, but they layered them. Alright, pulling the Fire Lord, big DPS on it. We have douses laid out and who's responsible for what. We got the Lucy douse, right? I'll have to check who was assigned to it. Did Sinu douse Lucy?
I douse Mac, yeah.
Okay, yeah, Mac. Sorry, Lucy doesn't have a douse, my bad. So Sinu's on the first, and then we got Tom on that one. Alright, continue buffs, consumes. I'm going to pull the Fire Lord up here, back up, do not follow me. I'm going to do a right angle pull on the Fire Lord and then try to run it back without pulling the Giants and the Destroyer. If we do pull the Giant and the Destroyers, Fire Lord is still kill priority, got to get the Destroyer right from the raid. So I'll need Noon to grab the Giant. Fizzle can grab the Destroyer if it pulls. I'll mark him just... Fizzle has Moon if it pulls. Blow up the Fire Lord.
By the way, I'm lifting the ban on HOTS.
Yeah, we can officially hot again for sure.
You can?
I mean,
Yeah, they patched it.
buffs. Well, no,
well,
with
even
full
without,
buffs, I still can't. I still can't.
You think?
I did it in the spreadsheet.
They fixed it.
No, I know. I just counted all my.
Hard hug left. Do not go to the right.
Don't pull the dogs. Normally what happens is it's the Fire Lord chaining the Giants into us that fucks us here. So by killing the Fire Lord clean, shouldn't affect that.
Shouldn't, but just in case.
No chances.
This one is weird. We can oftentimes pull the Surger to the left, so just quick vanish that happens. I want to separate the Destroyer from the Giant. Obviously, we burn the Destroyer down first.
Okay.
So Fizzle, you can take the Giant to the right. I'm going to take the Destroyer to the left.
Okay.
It's kind of weird with the way they're positioned.
That's fine.
Don't get scared and sidestep. Stay where you are.
You will get knocked back, Fizzle, so be careful about that. Don't get knocked back into an enemy mob.
We still only have 2 Sunders. I know
Come on, guys.
got like a lot of new warriors, but it's first Sunder global.
Yeah, so all Fury Warriors are expected to be able to pop a first Sunder. Like, it helps everybody. It's worth it.
I hate my life.
That was threat reduction, Fizzle, from a knockback that killed Xpria just now. So you gotta be sure to be on top of that. You shouldn't lose threat on the second mob, so just make sure your rotation's on point.
Sure.
Anybody got a Jeeves?
Let's pop up on Xpria. Get him up full buff, pulling the Fire Lord. Big burn on the fire. You do not have to wait on the tank on these. That's why we have taunts. I'm fine like seeing shadow bolts precasted on this. Hurt. Might have a surger behind us, so I think we're fine. Next Fire Lord, hug left. Keep hugging left. Let's hug the left side of the smokestack just to like illustrate how hard we want to hug left here, and then stop at smokestacks. Because if we get tunnel dog, I can pull him from up here, then we can just pull the other shit back. Let's try to avoid the destroyers until last. And then let's just keep an eye for tunnel dog and kill these dogs one at a time. We need 2 taunts here, so Fizz will help me out.
Definitely bit me.
Yeah, so I'll delay my taunt if I'm pulling, but if gotta have a quick taunt on Fizzle, and then I'll taunt
Should
back.
I be taunting right on pull, effectively?
Yeah, pretty much. Not on the Annihilators, obviously, only on the dogs. I already blew mine, so Fizzle got a taunt. Yep, then new. I have it back. With improved taunt, we're almost able to do it. Only one of us has it, so we got tunnel dog. Soon. Let's just grab tunnel dog. So back up. Everyone back up with the smokestack. I'll pull it. Or you can easily pull destroyer if you're not careful pulling tunnel dog, and I can body pull him from over here, but Tom's got it. Just make him run tight around the corner. We're probably gonna get a breath, so back up on smokestacks. 2 taunts here for this. Ready?
Got it off rip.
Yep, good taunt. And taunt back again. We basically just taunt over and over again over each other, so just taunt on cooldown on dogs.
Okay. Good to know.
Because if like any Fury Warrior elevates to second threat, he's gonna get bit, you know, potentially killed. Right, Tom, it's your call here if the dog looks easy. That's interesting, there's no Fire Lord in front of the destroyers. Feign it, feign it, feign it, feign it, feign it. Tom, you gotta feign those things, man. That's a wipe. Get a wipe protection up. Just play this calm. Swipe clean. Don't run away. Do not run away. Please do not fucking run away. Iffy, like you got other guys in the back. I'm calling out whoever I see. I'm sorry for calling names, but like Toby, Noon, Mayo. It just prolongs this badly for everybody. Just a huge waste of time if we try to run away from obvious wipes. So Tom's having to learn the pull distances, you know, with the new aggro radius on some of these pulls. And just got to be more patient with that one, and then got to feign it instantly. You got to wait and see if that guard.
Yeah. I think it's global aggro on Gar aggro.
You don't think a fein's gonna save us on that?
I don't think his feign would matter. I mean, I'm not 100%, but I don't think.
Yeah, it's possible. All right, let's clean this up. You know, it sucks to wipe an MC. Made some obvious mistakes here. Nothing we can't clean up, but just get everyone up quickly. When we are facing an obvious wipe in the face, let's just try to make it efficient.
Yeah, I'll just wait till he walks to the other side.
Yeah.
Other times.
Quick reses, quick buffs.
I am going to tank all the ads on Gar. Tonight's a perfect night to make sure we're comfortable with that. I got beefy enough gear. We're going to let Fizzle main tank Gar, and I'm just going to tank all the ads off to the side. It's an all-out burn on Gar, and then after Gar's dead, we're just going to AoE down the ads without any melee going in at all. That's the pro strat, and we have the gear for it, so we'll get to practice it tonight without risk of losing world buffs and execute it seamlessly next week with world buff. We can also test if I have enough gear to stay in on Baron, which we should. I can wear a mix of fire resist gear and threat gear and just stay in, have a lot higher threat ceiling for our casters on. Just a matter of heals can keep me up comfortably. Really no excuse for the raid, you know, missing some players that are running tomorrow night. I don't think that is the reason we've had these ones. Focus was a little off, some people in new roles, but we dealt with that all the way through Mag, no problem. kind of unfortunate timing on the dog patrol, and that's my fault for just trying to push the pace and being forgetful that we hadn't killed that one yet. Whoever did call it out that it was coming, it might have been Ganker or someone else. I'm not sure who noticed it first. Good call out there is probably 2-3 seconds late for saving the raid off tanks, and really all the tanks and DPS just had to be quicker to move. That was only going to prolong the issue, but we wouldn't have had to deal with the Fire Lord if we would have moved back farther. It would have just been the dog with the Canis ads. Very manageable. As soon as we get X-Bry up, let's get full buffs going. We already put Kings out even though we had a warrior dead, so make sure X-Bry gets Kings. Alright, full buffs consumes again.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that dog has to be like all the way in there. That corner over there.
And it also might depend on where Gar and his ads are standing.
Yeah, definitely. We just kill the giants from now on first.
And then pull from that angle. Like right now, you can see how far apart they get. You know, you just gotta watch it close. But more importantly, yeah, just trigger finger on that feint, and then we'll at least be able to see if it saves us or not. Yep. I could be wrong, and it might.
No, I was.
So destroyers, we don't want to stack. I'll go left. Fizzle goes right. Don't aggro anything else. Fizzle. Destroyers should do that AoE stun. We don't want to stack them on top of each other. Let's go ahead and everyone step up.
Tank him right where the skull is right now, you think?
No, I'll tank to the left. You kind of tank X back here to the right, and we just don't want to stack on top of each other. That's all that matters. You don't have to get super far away.
Okay.
It's just the AoE stun that they do is kind of close around them, like Torn War Stomp. You don't want to eat it with multiple. I want to go ahead and pull this one up here. I'll pull it before the dog chains. And hug left for the dog not to chain. There we go.
It's done.
We're stacked. Pro's down too. Need a B-res on Pro. Need a Fury to pick up Skull and move away.
Back up, raid.
Big kills on Pro. Once I'm up, there we go. I can grab Skull back in a second. We do not want to stack these, so Fizzle, it's your job to move X away from where we are. Doesn't not resist. So I don't know where healers were there on the pole. I just got splattered.
There was an LOS. Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not going to cause a break because that kills momentum even more, but like we just got to all collect ourselves, make sure we're playing on point here and playing fast again. But let's just try to avoid mistakes here. So we got one more dog to kill. We can pull Rage on this heading into the Gar fight. So let's not pull the dog yet. Let's get Xavier and Noon up. Full mana, spot buff Xavier and Noon. They've had an expensive night so far. Let's be nice. Finish our buffs. Pro needs spot buffs as well. I got battle res there. So once again, the strategy is Pro tanks all ads, Fizzle tanks Gar, everyone burns Gar. Now Fizzle's a Fury DPS, he does not Fury prod or deep prod, so his threat's going to be significantly less than me. If you guys have been pushing me historically, just be cognizant of that. Without world buffs, it shouldn't be too hard. Fizzle's got good weapons in ACLG too, so he shouldn't do too bad. Just watch KTM on Gar though, and quick taunts if we get loose. I'm gonna have all the ads off to the left, just ignore them. But almost all healers need to be on me. We have assignments for Fizzle on the sheet. It's already set up, but pretty much all heals on Pro, except for 2 healers on Fizz, and that should be able to do us fine. So Gar assignments, I have Seedin and Ulthric on Fizzle Wank. Literally everyone else on Pro Blazer until we think we're stable enough to let more people do something else. We need it's magic removal right on the tank on the Firesworn for the stacking debuff.
Yes.
I believe it's magic. So yeah, big magic removal on Pro Blazer.
Preferably
If I lose something or we have to chase him down, I need Blessing of Freedom on Pro Blazer so I can go and click gather the ads. They do a slow on me, but most important is the magic removal. So once the dog patrols back in front of us here, we're going to pull the dog. We're not going to pull Gar. We're going to kill the dog, pull Rage off the dog, and then we're going to run into Gar with full Rage bars.
Do we banish?
No, no banishes. Pro's tanking all out. Alright, when you see the opening.
Can you link? We'll get it after this. I need those weak orders that you guys were talking about.
I think you got it.
Yeah,
Two taunts here, Fizz. You taunt at the same time, it's going to take a second. There we go. And just taunt back as soon as you can.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Oh, fuck. They should come back. That's just unlucky. We survived it though. Pull rage here. Taunt back and forth.
Damn right, I survived it.
Fizzle needs a full rage bar. There you go, you're good. Alright, full mana. We're gonna pull soon. Pro's just gonna run in here. We don't pally but bubble pull. Pro just runs in. Alright, everyone ready? Big heals on Pro. I'm gonna take a lot of damage here. Mana's good, buff's good. Everyone's burning Gar, but stay under Fizzle and Threat. Fizzle and Pro step up. Let me lead. Pulling now in 3, 2. Give me a second. Try to minimum heals. I already had a resist on a demo shout. Yeah, they're immune to crystal charge.
Big dispels.
Big dispels on Pro. I have 3 stacks. Yeah, it's just the magic. It's all magic removal, actually, all of it. You don't even need a Blessing of Freedom if you're quick on magic removal. Standard Fizzle on Gar.
I'm way ahead.
There you go.
Can we
And
just
no
AoE
melee
and
ever.
shield wall?
Yeah. We just AoE everything down. I don't have shield wall though, so we'll see how we do. Fury Warriors and Fizzle. Once Gar dies, yeah, don't give up on Gar. Just had a death from aggro. So no melee in. All the Fury Warriors get a sword and board out and be ready to pick them up if I die. Same with Fizzle. But Fizzle, you'll blue on AoE shout, shield wall if we have to if I die here on the Fire Swarm. But it's just a full out AoE burn. And big heals on Pro as soon as they all start to get low. I'll pop a last stand once they start to low up too. Huge heals. Alright, start. As soon as they get to 10% health, I need every healer just layering fatties on me over and over.
Keep dispels on. Dispel on.
Big dispels. More dispels. More dispels.
You should be single targeting these, not AoEing at the end here. You're gonna die.
That's fine.
Nah, dude.
No, you just AoE him down. It's easy.
Dude.
Easy game.
That would have killed your ass on a private.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
On a what? Excuse me?
We don't do that here.
Pro has this douse. Let's get our reses up.
Alright guys, this is traditionally where we start to slow down, so let's do the opposite tonight. And let's...
Or stone, not bad. That's such a strat. I can't believe it took us so long to do that, but it's scary when you have world buffs, you know.
Who has world buffs?
Yeah, I mean, that's why we haven't attempted it. That's why we haven't attempted it historically. Thanks for that, Rain.
All good.
Get our reses up. Smoosh and Xavier need rebuffs, and then we're gonna get the Surger. So yeah, Gar's not uneasy for that fight, even if you have that early lead. Those Fury Warriors are gonna catch you and execute fate.
Nice. Mage hat drop again or not?
It's spot buffs on our 2 dead. Let's go ahead and move up. We'll finish loot. I need everyone up here for the... Just wait on the Surger, then we'll get on the fire packs. So we got Pro and Fizzle on Skull and X, and then I'd like to have Noon. You can try to do it solo to taunt both elementals and face them away, you know, before the banish goes off. But we might ask like Iron or someone else to help out Noon do that. You can do it in... Yeah, you don't have to be in any tank here, obviously, but you're just going to run up, grab them, face them away before the banishes, and then run over in DPS. So it helps if like 2 Furies do it. You just do 1 each, quick banish, and then you're both DPSing. It's probably pretty smooth.
So Pro, again, this is a part where
you get X and you move him off to the left. Yeah, you just don't want X to die near the raid. When X dies, he does a fire pulse around him, so everyone has to get away from it. We just don't want to stack Skull and X anymore like we did on private servers. Everything else handled. Once X is down, you and I need to get on Square and Moon and get him out of banish.
That's easy.
I'm just gonna do it in tank gear.
Pulling back. Yeah, you're calm. No sense in dying. Pull it way back. Late banishes. Don't banish until they're facing away. We don't want to banish yet. All right, go ahead and banish. Fizzle, you want to get X sooner than that, and you don't want to.
Yeah, I parried and missed. He parried him.
Yeah, and that's why it's okay sometimes to taunt on these openers. Get away from X once he dies. The reason you burn Skull is because he randomly targets people with huge fire bolts. So you just burn Skull, doesn't matter where he's facing. He's going to do the firebolt no matter what. Now these elementals will do the AoE stuns whenever they come out of their advantage. Yeah, go ahead and finish Square first. It's always Skull X Square Moon in that order for kill priorities. That's what we try to stick to. Alright, so that wasn't too bad.
Tank.
Yeah.
And I can solo them.
Exactly. Who the fuck cares about trash meat? That'll clean these up. So 1 death there. I think it was from X getting into the raid, but that's fine. RNG happens. Back up. Don't Baron. We're gonna do the same thing. This time we wait even longer to banish. So there's a little bit of risk of getting stunned. Shouldn't be an issue.
Call for banish.
Yeah. That's good then. Let Noon call banish once you have them ready. Warlocks be ready. So I want to do the assigned banishes, so let me pull it up. So for lava packs, we have Barney on square and Nito on moon. And Noon 30 taking both to face them away before the banish goes off. All right, I'm going to pull this back. Pull it back really far. Don't banish to where past where we just killed all this. Get X over here to the side as soon as you can. Burn Skull. As soon as Skull gets back, you can start laying into him. I'll taunt if needed. But I got stunned there. That's going to make it a little hard. Need a banish earlier, yeah. So it might not be best to wait for the banish call. I think we just do it visually based on where they're positioned, and you know where you have to have them at by the time the banishes will go off and trying to get them to face away. It's hard to pull off. It's probably more important that we get the banish off before the AoE stun happens, because we can taunt them while they're banished, and so they should technically come out of banish and immediately face us. You know?
That's what I was.
Kill square first, even though the moon's closer. I appreciate that.
Good job, guys.
As long as we're consistent. Typically try to stay the shapes, you know. Sometimes you could argue we should just do whatever's closest to us. We can try to just call those out when we're variating the normal kill order. That's good.
Tanks should know the order. Move them accordingly.
Yeah, tank should have Skull X Square Moon in order. These are refined things. We're still a new tank core gelling, you know, so we'll get over these speed bumps.
It was also different because banishes were different ranks, so they came out at different time.
Yeah, good point there. So that was one Baron patrol. We're gonna have to wait on the next one before the pull. Let's go ahead and get ready for Baron buff. I'm gonna wear a little bit of fires, but I mostly gotta stay TPF. I'm gonna see if I can stay in on the fire pulse. That just means a lot of heals on pro, more so than normal, because I'm gonna try not to run out. We'll see if that works or not. Let's go ahead and get a soul stone on pro if I'm gonna attempt this strat. I can just pop right back up on them if I die.
Hey pro, I recommend that like on the last Inferno pulse that you pop a greater fire protection push.
That might help, but I can only do that once.
Yeah. Well, maybe keep it for an emergency.
All right, I'm gonna pull up. I need fire resist aura up. Everything else, I'm gonna keep pretty normal. I'll use a Juju Ember here. My FR is pretty low, so this might be heavy damage. We'll see how we do. I might start running out if it gets too sketchy. I do not have last stand or shield wall, so Fizz will go ahead and just stay out and be ready to taunt if I die. Just don't even do anything else, but be my backup.
So no DPS.
Nope. Yeah,
Womp,
just back up.
womp. Okay.
I just want to attempt to stay in. It's a risky strat, so.
Fire resist.
I'm gonna keep him right here, basically. I'll go ahead and face him right here. He might step back towards the rate of time, but when I do that move, now we're good. This is my max distance. Healers can get max distance. Alright, big heals pro, see if I can stay in here. Gotta just layer fatties, overheal the shit out of me. That was good. That was close.
That got scary.
35% at the end. That was good. We can.
It gets worse towards the end of his health, though, yeah?
No.
No, okay.
The last fire pulses do more than the early fire pulses. That's it.
Yeah, I tried to go in early, and it hit me for 5k.
Fire pulse or Baron?
Fire pulse. That was my fault.
Everyone out. Big heals pro. You shouldn't stress the healers either, too. We need you guys out early and don't run in early, because I'm going to be eating a lot. But this allows me to wear more fire resist and just stay in. I can wear less threat getting. Sanu, get out of the raid.
Sorry.
Alright, easy kill, so I'll start staying in there. That's simple enough. I wasn't wearing much FR, so healers can definitely keep me up as long as the DPS don't stress them too much. Then eventually we'll start picking DPS who are allowed to stay in if they can itemize for it. Increase their personal DPS and speed the kill up. We just don't want to stress the healers too much, so we gotta find that balance.
The last pulse does 5k, so
Yeah,
I don't know if a DPS is gonna be able to do it.
I'm up to 7,300 though with this gear. Okay, I'm looking at the pulls here. I'm just going to pull the left pack. Let's get ready. One banish, Fizzle Pro, and a banish with Noons. That'll grab that and move it.
It's just a reaver. It's
Are we ready?
elemental.
Oh yeah, you're right. Still want to banish though for the
yeah, just banish it right away. You don't have to worry about facing in a certain direction.
Right, healers, we're pulling DPS. Big DPS on skull. They'll just grab X and move from the side, no matter where. And as long as we kill skull
down,
first,
I'm
I think
down.
it's
Pick it
okay
up,
to actually.
pick it up, pick it up.
Pro's got it.
Thank you. Just got fucking dicked on.
Move away from them.
Yeah, get away from X. Everyone back away from it. I'll pull the Reaver off to the side when I can. Dude, how do I not get that taunt off? What the fuck? The range on taunt just feels so garbage, man.
Pro Blazers taunt
resisted.
resisted.
Yeah, no, it was slow to even go off, and then it was resisted on top of that. So tank death there, got a little squirrely. Gotta keep pro and fizzle up.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be too much tank damage, except for the fact that you had X on top of skull, and so our positioning was kind of scuffed there.
Can you wink the taunt resist weak order and the please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So ideally, skull target, we want to try to move as little as possible to maintain the highest DPS on skull. So that means the off tanks are generally responsible for moving away from skull if they shouldn't be stacked on. Just gotta make sure we're not on top of me. I don't really care where you go. You can just start settling into the same routine every week. One banish again, same pull. I'm gonna pull it back around the corner. Stepping. Burn up skull right away. And that's that random fireball that got Ken to 70%. But just gotta have enough health to tank it, basically.
Move him, move him.
Fizzle, you're standing in fire.
Yeah, you guys gotta move off that.
Gotta get out of X. So the reason... So Fizzle, let me re-explain this, because I think I misexplained it. So when X dies, it does fire AoE damage of where it died. So wherever your target is, it needs to be aware from all other targets. You should never allow these Firewalkers, or excuse the Flame Guard X, to die where we have to stand or where other people are currently. So your target, you're always just dragging away from the raid as far as you can. Not as far as you can, you get the point. It's like a good 25-yard range, it feels like. Otherwise, we just take a ton of raid damage by standing in the fire. I'm gonna kill this Fire Lord while we wait on the dog patrols. And in a second, when the dog turns around, we'll pull the one that walks behind Shaz. It's pretty much now within the timing to pull it, but we're not going to do it because we're fighting. All right, you can pull it, Tom, if you can grab it. Nah, you're going to be too far. It's all right. Can wait. Let's just try to... I'm going to throw the needle on left dog, so back up. I'm going to grab him over here by the smokestack. Ah, fuck, I pulled more. Can you just let me die? Don't do me. Let me die. Let me die. Don't do anything. Okay. Yeah, come res. Just max distance res on me.
Just in case I'm not those marked.
That was greedy, me trying to put the needle there. I almost had I think I threaded it, but then I stood too close to the Firewalker there. So we'll just kill the trash over to the side and wait on the dog patrol. Some rebuff pro, please. Well, Tom, just step up and grab the dog when he walks perfectly between these two packs that we like to skip over there. You know the spot.
Hey, did we Daskar? Can we have somebody run back and check, please?
Yeah, pro did it. That was my assignment.
Okay.
All right, Tom, are you going to grab this? Oh, okay. I didn't mean that one, but that works too if you got it off.
Nice.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Tom's. No, that was a good pull. That was the one I was trying to do. But yeah, we could have killed that one later.
Careful, careful, careful.
Despairs. Yeah, it's every man for himself when a despair goes off. Just gotta pray. But yeah, so this dog that was still up, he walks behind Shaz. So when he walks back, he'll step between these two mobs that I've marked, and you just pull him when he's, perfect. You've seen them. It's hard though, so like if you miss it, just feint it quick. or we'll let you die and we can all back up. Once the dog's down, we'll pull rage on the dog and then go into the Shaz kill. Without world buffs, I don't know how fast the Shaz kill's going to be. A lot of people have lost consumes too, so I don't know if everyone's super juiced right now. For that reason, I want to do 2 groups. So I'm going to ask Noon, if you don't mind, to anchor one of the groups, sit out Shaz. I know that's a blow, but I just want to not have deaths or wipes. Actually, fuck it. We got the heals, and if we do get a blink arcane explosion, it should only be 1 or 2. People can arcane protection pot, so get your arcane pots up now. We're just going to do a 1 tank group fight. So Fizzle's going to tank the anchor group. It's just going to be 1 group. I'm going to burn Shaz with all of our DPS. Noon can. Alright, get ready for the dog. We're going to pull rage on the dog. And pull him in. Perfect. Second taunt, you got it. I'll taunt back in 3 seconds. Pull rage here. Alright, get ready. Full mana, buffs, consume. I'm sharpening stone. And we're going to pull in about 5 seconds. So it's 1 anchor group. Everyone stacked tight. You don't, he randomly blinks to somebody. So you want to stack tight so Fizzle can easily get control of him when he blinks to you. So I want to have a hard stack. Fizzle's marked Moon. I need a hard stack on Fizzle. You guys show me you're ready. We're not pulling until we have. DCO, are you ready? Ulthrix, not ready.
Yeah, sorry.
Ready. Coops, Grillo. All right, ready for the pull? Everyone step up. Pulling in 3, 2, 1. Pulling.
Make sure you're max ranging. If you're ranged and you're getting hit by that, you need to move.
Yeah, I blew wreck already. That Warriors probably should soon. Big dispels on pro. Offensive dispels from the priest on Shaz. Good job.
Nice.
That was pretty fast. Wrist guard stability.
That was only 2 seconds longer than our fastest kill. Good job, guys.
Without world buffs, that's pretty impressive. Gear still carrying. Like, we're week to week gearing still showing as we continue to gear up.
Douse is done.
For the douse. I don't want to have an ass pull, and it's not like we're speed clearing right now, so I'm going to go ahead and kill this pack right here just to make this nice and safe for us. 1 banish. Fizzle take X to the right. I'll take. That's cool.
Can you get spot buffs on Smoosh?
Alright, it's pulling. Tanks, healers up here. 1 banish on square. So I was kind of scuffed on the pull for me there. I missed a global when I stance to pop Recklessness, and I just didn't do anything for like 2 seconds, but I didn't lose aggro. Look.
It's looking like a 70 gold night.
Yeah, it's rough, man. I've died and then like rebuffed full and then immediately died again in like 2 minutes. Yeah, we got to clean up the deaths. Let's just try to keep deaths from happening because it just gets expensive. We got plenty of DPS to finish tonight. We're able to experiment on a couple strats. It's pretty much the only new strat experimentation. I don't think we're going to be in the mood to try and do Domo any more aggressively tonight. So, all right, a little bit more mana buffs and pulling. 1 banish, same strat. I'll take Skull left. Fizzle, you can move X to the right. Pulling now. Just blow up those skulls. It's much more dangerous the longer skull. You gotta have X a little further than that, I think, but it's okay. There we go. Just because like we're gonna kill the Reaver over here, but I can also equally just move the Reaver. It's really everyone's responsibility to make sure the tanks aren't maintaining the DPS near that AoE fire. And also, like, I'm okay. I'll have pulled rage and ready to taunt here with Fizzle, so just expect me to land my taunt like on those Reavers. That's my job.
Okay.
Because I had rage pulled and then you taunted over me and we lost aggro as a collective there. I'm gonna kill this Annihilator. 3 taunt rotation. I'll delay using mine because I have rage pulled on the pole. I had to. Never mind. I had a miss on my shield slam. I blew it. I'll just. I'm mocking. I can just solo tank this rest of the way. So yeah, if I mock, you don't mock. We only mock one warrior mocks per annihilator, because you can technically solo tank them there if you use your mocking correctly. Same thing. I'll tank the skull to the left. Heroic strikes early are a little bit more important than they were in private servers because the increased parry chance is just that much more RNG with your normal abilities on pulls. So you want those heroic strikes landing to give you that threat cushion for this. Problem is, if you're not pulling rage, you can't afford to use those heroic strikes, so it just makes rage pulling that much more important. Now we don't have mockings for either of us. This will be a 3-ton rotation if Noon involved. I already blew mine. I try not to punt on the pull on annihilators, but sometimes I just worry that I'm going to get that RNG. Yeah, I got it now. And trust your
Dog's
target.
batting away.
Yeah, I don't want to grab this yet. We're going to wait on the mana and just pull the dog when he turns around and just... No need to rush this, and I just want to avoid mistakes.
Sure.
This is a hard pull because if you pull it back, you're going to get the stuns on you from the elementals, and if you banish them where they stand, you risk the elementals coming out of the banish when the dog's... So unless your timing's good approaching the bridge, by far the safest thing is to do wait for the dog to get his maximum patrol towards us and then pull him first. And we'll have that pack easily. Because there's that other dog that comes down the bridge, and it just gets cramped if you try to pull it first and run it back. It's hard to move these mobs. Skull's going to sit there doing its firebolt cast, and then a late banish on square and moon just increases your risk of getting stunned out of position. That's perfect, actually. I thought that was early, but he was turning around. Alright, 2 taunts. Here.
Got it in 5.
And it is probably safest to do a 3rd taunt there, like Noon's been doing for us, just in case of taunt resists for a 2 taunt. That could kill a Fury, like 1 taunt resist and a bad crit. So a 3 tank taunt is probably best on dogs for Fantasy. Double banish here, let Noon face him away for a few seconds before the banish goes off.
Newbie? I have one. This one?
Which way you want him? Pro, left, or right?
Does someone have a douse who wasn't assigned to douse in the sheet?
Yeah, Noon does.
I'm assigned to Baron Douse, but there is no Baron Douse.
Looks like you missed the Baron area on that.
Should I do it right now?
Figure it out in newbie and raid chat. I'm gonna start pulling. So Fizzle X is kind of weird in this position. I kind of like to take him back left personally instead of running him towards the raid, or being near Skull.
Okay.
So you just kind of tank X, kind of where he's standing, and I'll pull Skull towards us basically. All right, pulling. And then for the elementals, we just gotta place them where they're not gonna be facing.
Can you move X farther away, please?
Yeah, you want to move X farther away from the elemental skip fizzle. Yeah, this is. See, like I said, dude, you just can't have it near where we're gonna be fighting other mobs. And this melee ate that stun there because the elemental's here. It's kind of scuffed positioning.
On top of everybody else.
Give mana a second. We got dog coming down the bridge.
Rope. Let's go, this rope.
That's really good. Wow.
Alright, let's get
4 damage.
So bridge dog I'd like to avoid if we can. He's starting to walk down now. The other dogs and the Surger and everything are up there. I think you can pull bridge dog without chaining into this pack that I've marked. So let's try to avoid. And I'm going to pull bridge dog instead once he walks over here. So just sit back and wait.
I mean,
Bridge dog will just line of sight pull on me if I stand right here.
Kind of.
See where I'm standing, Fizz. So watch what Dog does as he walks up. There it is. And I move left just to keep him hugged up against that corner. Double taunt. We're off to the races. Then you can re-taunt for me here, especially with the stomp. It's going to slow our threat quite a bit. I'm not sure if mocking holds vicious bite because like mocking's not going to replace your threat position.
That's
you know, doesn't copy someone's threat positions, and that's what serrated bite is queuing off of. So obviously, unless we're having a DPS with aggro, but I think Blinko probably died to a serrated bite there.
No, I got the vicious bites. I got 2 of them.
Oh, so was that aggro that Blinko died on? Fuck. Might have just been RNG on the pull. Gotta avoid that shit though. Alright, I'm pulling the Annihilator back.
Surger's coming up.
Yeah, just banish the Surger if I pull it here. Shouldn't chain. I just blew it.
I did 2 ship.
So you're doing it too early. It's fine. I got a mocking to cover that up. Noon was on point too. I got ton again after my own mocking. Alright, so if we get the Surger here, we'll banish it. So we need a 3rd banish appropriate for the Surger if we pull, but I'm going to wait until after he patrols and then pull this. So 4 packs. This is the last 4 pack we kill, I think. Let's try and do it before the dog. I'm going to pull back. Late banishes, make sure they're facing away. Big DPS on skull. Just get X far away from everything else. Off to the right maybe, where you're not going to aggro anything. Need a banish on Moon. Wait a stun there, but I think we can recover. I'm going to get a taunt off on Moon. We need to banish just banish everything until we get this collected here. If we need to. Or you can keep 1 or 2 up, but... Alright, keep Moon up.
Coming out.
Alright, that's
Moon's
fine.
Coming out.
Everyone pile
You got
in.
Moon. I got Square.
Try to get stunned. There we go.
Surger, banish.
I got Square.
Yeah, we can keep them both up now. Just kill them right here. So quick res on Vincent. So we should assign a 3rd lock for Barney. You know, so we have Barney, Nito as the initial banishes. We need to make sure we have a 3rd if they're occupied, like in that instance, and that's only we only have Coops there.
Yeah,
so that did
banish that one.
Yeah, that's fair. That did pressure our locks because we only have 3 of them. Get
Should
Vincent's
be no
pop up. Get the dog here. Yeah. Fizz will help me out on the dog. Ready to pull. Left kills last Annihilator. Taunt rotation. Anytime you have to pull the Annihilators back very far, I end up having to use a taunt early typically. I used to know. See, that's too early. You gotta watch target of target fizzle. You can't be taunting over me on these. Sorry, I know I've been hard on you, but I'm just trying to make sure you hold you guys to a high standard and play these perfectly, you know? But
Sure.
on Annihilators especially, the off tanks just have to watch target of target like a hawk. You wait until you see my taunt, or you wait until me yell that I had a taunt resist before. And sometimes that even includes waiting an extra second while it's targeting a friendly, you know, letting me have time to react and not taunting over. But I should be crisp on those. Clean that up. So we can still burn Domo. I mean, Sulfuron. I think our interrupts were good last time. I'm gonna go ahead and mark them up and then do the call outs real quick. We might do 1 trash pull, so we have rage pull pending in it. That's a beefy trash pull, so I think we just do it without a rage pull. Let me talk about the assignments real quick. So on Soul, if we got Pro on Sulfuron, we're going to have Fizzle on X, Noon on Square, Iron Moon, and X Pariah on Triangle. So we have Fizzle, Noon, Iron, and X Pariah all tanking alongside Pro Pro Blazer. We're doing a 5 tank fight here, and everyone's burning Sulf, just a boss burn with all 4 ads tanked next to them. The ads do cleave, so you don't want to tank them. Actually, I'm not sure. I don't think they do a heavy cleave, so we can pretty much stack hard. What they do is heal, and we have to have good interrupts on all the ads. So if you do a super hard stack, sometimes it's hard to see the cast bars on the nameplates for proper interrupting. But we have interrupt assignments as well. So interrupting X, we have Fizzle and Felony. That's just a 2-man interrupt squad. So I need Fizzle and Felony to be on point with their interrupts on X. On Square, we have Noon 30, Rended, and Myokin interrupting Square. On Moon, we have Iron, Vincent, and Xavier interrupting Moon. And for Triangle, we have Xbraya, Blanco, and Toby interrupting Triangle. So because our interrupters are on X, Square, Moon, and Triangle, that's both of our rogues, and then a bunch of our Fury Warriors, it's less DPS focusing Sulfuron. So it's important that we cleave so that all those DPS still have an opportunity to hit Sulfuron and other mobs. And we just got to go all out burn on Sulf as hard and as fast as we can. He's kind of tanky, so it'll take a second. We have to have good interrupting. Interrupting is imperative to a Sulf burn strat, but that's the play. Let's see if we can handle it. If we have too many heals going off, we may call the switch kill targets, and we'll start burning down the ads one by one. We can still keep them clumped if we do that. But I want to try and burn Sulf and just rely on our interrupts. So last call, pros on Sulfuron. We got Fizzle on X, Noon on Square, Iron on Moon, Xbraya on Triangle. The interrupts, I have Felony X, Rended Square, Myokin Square, Vincent Moon, Xavier Moon, Blanco Triangle, Toby Triangle. All right, ready for the pull? We can clump them up here on the cliff face. Don't run up to the top. You can break line of sight. So we're just going to hold them pretty much where they're standing. Everyone ready? Big interrupts, big burn on Skull. Pulling in 3, tank step up. Pulling in 3, 2, 1, pulling down. And then we want to pull them down the ramp a little bit like I am, and we want to face them all in the same direction. So I'm going to face them back to where they were standing. Look where Sulfuron is, and then stack them up on Sulf, kind of facing in the same spot. We're burning Sulfuron here, interrupting all the priests. Don't have to interrupt the mending. I saw a lot of people interrupt the dark mending. Still good, but that's going to put your interrupt on cooldown for the heal. There's more mendings.
Dark mending is the heal.
Dark mending is the heal. I'm fucking high. I'm sorry.
You're not high, that's the problem.
Good interrupts, yeah. We have Moon in the raid. He's eating people. I'm going to go intercept for him. I don't know. Do we have a tank go down the Moon? Yeah, Iron went down and no one said anything. So, need a second tank to pick up Moon as well. Maybe one of the interrupters. We got a heal go off on Sulf. If another heal goes off, we got to switch to burn targets. All right, we're going to start burning the priests. All right, get Skull. New Skull. New Skull. We need everyone on Skull. Need better interrupting. Anything low, we got to try and set the focus on, but let's just try and finish Skull and X. Got to improve the interrupting here. Got to hit those dark mending interrupts. As soon as we get a couple priests down, this gets easier. Got to finish the priests off. So finish X and the triangle. X and New Skull are the kill targets. X first. Yeah, fuck, too many heals. Separate them out a little bit so it's easier to see the dark mendings. Finish X, we're close. Okay. Now Triangle's next kill target. Xbraya is on it. Big interrupts on X still. I think a lot of interrupters might be dead. There's another mending. Alright, now finish Square. We'll kill Sulf last. So yeah, too many interrupts going on. You know, there's a stress that you see happen. My fault on forgetting that it was Dark Mending doing the healing, but I think we, even with that, I think just a couple went off and then it prolonged the fight too hard. That's a hard strat to do without world buffs too, because there's more time that Sulfuron's up, potential of getting hit. We'll also work on first and second hill priority, or interrupt priority next week. And we need to get everyone's interrupt add-ons set up. So every time you interrupt, it says something in chat. That's going to be a necessity for AQ.
Well, I'm running a spell power, so that's...
So yeah, when you're on AQ, the first boss, it's imperative you have multiple interrupters on multiple mobs at once, and you can never overlap your interrupts. You got to bounce back and forth. So we're going to start enforcing a little bit stricter performance here, including an add-on like to announce your interrupts. We'll work on it. But let's get the douse up on this rune, and then let's get all the reses up. Don't run away yet. Go ahead and stay here while the reses go off. We can move as a group. That way we can rebuff as a group. I don't want you missing rebuffs because like 10 people are about to res, you know? Someone wants to help me grab this dark iron real quick. All right, everyone's alive. Quanta's coming up now. Let's go ahead and start moving now. So yeah, tonight's been hard. Definitely not gonna do a split Ani with this raid. Next week we'll probably do 3 Anis. There'll be another Ani tomorrow night with the. So we'll just go crush Ani as a raid after this and just have a nice quick kill and call it a night. It's been expensive for some people. I appreciate the patience. You know, a lot of roster spots have shuffled this week, and we were kind of scrambling last minute to set up the second raid, but it looks strong. Should have a successful run, and then we'll have 2 MCs on farm, which will be huge for us long. Next week we'll make sure we get that Ani buff, and I think we can queue up for a pretty fast run next week if we stay focused. Let's sit here and get the searcher and the dog as it comes down. We'll just hang out here and kill a few ads that patrol by. I'm gonna walk up and grab the dog on the path. Need Fizzle here with me.
Searcher coming.
Just banish it if we're still working the dog. It's fine, don't banish it. I can get it. I missed the taunt. Might hit someone. I got him now.
No one died.
So let's play this clean until the end, and we can all save all of our remaining consumed. Have a nice strong finish. So we got this dog patrol. It's always a little weird here. He's in a good spot for us to pull the Fire Lord back and get the Annihilator after. If we pull the Annihilator, we'll banish it. Pulling the Fire Lord, just blow all out DPS on the Fire Lord.
I like that those don't chain.
Yeah, it's a nice subtle change. I'm gonna try and get the before the dog. So the dog pull here is hard. I forgot it where Tom's been doing it historically. I just blew my taunt.
Yeah, I did it right.
Yeah, that's good. Let's wait and watch where the dog patrols by. We need to figure out when we snipe him. I think maybe we just kill the Fire Lord and the dog at the same time.
Too late.
Yeah. When he turns around, Tom, do it.
Perfect. Perfect.
So the angle is a little close, but that was perfect. Yeah, well done.
Practice, bro. I got some practice.
Was that Idra that did that? I
Yeah.
didn't see. Nice. Good pull. I should have announced pulling rage on that. My bad. Looks like some warriors did it. Not everyone's bad here. So we can one tank fight the dogs, but Fizzle, put on your full mid set. You shouldn't need any threats items. I don't care about your hit. Just get tanky, and you're on both dogs. Big heals on Fizzle and Pro. We also, I don't think you need to use Fabs here anymore. I don't think it's that important on Golemag at the end push, like it was on private servers. Skip Fab at your own peril. We're all staying in. No one runs out. I don't feel like cleaving the dogs on us right now. I just want to let Fizzle tank them both and just keep it stable. We're just going to burn Golemag. We can cheese meters when we have world buffs. Alright, buffs, consumes, good. Fizzle's up here. You're going to pull the dogs back to the smokestack. Hunters, I need 2 hunters helping Fizzle with the dogs. You guys got Square and Moon. You're on the...
I'll get Moon.
Salve Noon, please.
Pop my big boy pot. Let's do it.
Okay, ready for the pull? Everyone's burning Golemag. Pulling in 3, 2, 1, pulling now. I'm gonna pull him back a little further. Blaster shot again. Lawbringer fell hard. Dude, strikers and blaster shots and flame gloves, they just drop like candy for us. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, man.
Still no
Hunter
quick
weapon.
strike since week 2, though. So it's slow as shit. It's nice, been rough. I don't feel like trying anything new on Domo. So we're gonna kite. We also have new tanks doing stuff, so I just want to keep it simple. So exact same Domo strat as last week. We're gonna kite 2, and then Noon and Fizzle are gonna tank 2. They're gonna burn those down, and then Fizzle's gonna pop the sheeps 1 at a time. Let's burn this Firelord. We're going to save the last Firelord to pull Rage on, though, so we'll get full mana buffs, consumes down here, and I'll get Mark set up and re-announce what the order is. Go ahead and finish the Firelord, then switch the ad. Okay. Mana consumes buffs.
Try anything fancy, bro, but with a shitty bug, we managed to kill them without kiting or doing anything fancy.
Yeah, I'm
just
aware.
Kill 2 of them, then bring the other 2 low to 20%, then kill 2 healers, then you kill the elites, and then kill the 2 healers.
Look, we can mix it up for next week. I understand that. I just want to do something simple that we've all done to make sure we just get the kill in. So we're going to sheep the 4 healers. We're going to kite 2 of the elites away. We're going to kill 2 elites, and then we're going to kill the healers 1 at a time. After you kill the second healer, 2 healers will pop out of sheep because you're going to have 4 in rage. It'll be 2 healers, 2 elites that are still being kited. And then we just have to deal with 2 healers at once that are in rage. It's not hard. Fizzle on 1, Noon on the other. You can stack the healers, but do not stack the Flame Wakers. So I have everything marked here. I'm going to call it out real quick in the assignment sheet, and then double check my marks, and we're going to pull Rage and pull. So on Domo, I have Pro on Domo. We have Fizzle on Skull. We have Noon 30 on X. Now the sheet here is a little weird the way I wrote it up. I have off tanks for Skull and X listed as Iron and Xavier, and then Toby. I'm sorry, it says off tanks. It's really I'll change that. So I assigned my interrupts to their tank. So Iron, Toby, and Felony, you follow Fizzle. Xavier, Myokin, and Vincent, you follow Noon 30. The reason I did that is I don't care which sheeps Fizzle and Noon 30 pop, respectively. They're going to end up on a healer, though. Whichever healer Fizzle ends up on, I want Iron, Toby, and Felony helping them interrupt. Whichever healer Noon 30 ends up on, I want Xavier, Myokin, and Vincent helping Noon 30 interrupt. So our 3 interrupters for each of our off tanks, you guys got to be dynamic. Follow your off tank to whatever sheep he pops. It's that simple. So on the pull, pros on Skull, we have Fizzle's going to take Skull. So pros on Domo, unmarked. Fizzle takes Skull to the left. Noon 30 takes X to the right. I don't care about interrupting while we kill the 2 elites. So Iron, Xavier, Toby, Myokin, Felony, Vincent, you guys can go to Skull target and burn him down. And then you go to X target and burn him down. And then Fizzle will be the one to pop the sheeps. He'll announce which sheep he's popping. He'll pop it, and then everyone's helping interrupt that one sheep. Then Fizzle pops the second sheep. As Fizzle gets the second sheep low, Noon 30 needs to get near one, and Fizzle needs to get near one, whichever one he's picking up as soon as his target dies. And then we have 2 healers up at once, just like last week. Interrupt them separately, burn them down 1 at a time. Fizzle's targets always kill priority, and then Hunters bring them back last. All right, I'm not going to explain that again. Same strat as last time. Tanks know what they're doing. I'll double check marks when we get up to the top. Let's pull Rage on the Firelord. Pulling in 3 seconds. Pulling now. Off tanks you can taunt here, just to get your rage pulled, especially Fizzle. He's a heavy rage bearer heading into this. Alright, it's fine. Just pop your blood rage now to bridge you, and then you'll level high rage bar. So I did miss a mark. Let me fix it.
Worst square. Okay, never mind. I know which one.
Yeah, I fixed it. Squares. Alright, so we have Skull going left, X goes right. Those are the first 2 burn targets. Hunters are taking Moon and So for the Hunters, I have Funk Tom on square, on the lock on Moon. Other Hunters can back them up. For Sheeps, I have Sinu Triangle, Grillo Circle, Newbie Diamond, Smoosh Boots. Everyone knows their assignments. We're going to Pally pull on the start. So Paladin step up, Videl's got it. Everyone's ready. Pulling in 3, 2, 1, Videl pull. Try to avoid a Blood Rage early unless you want to get aggro on all of them. Go splat. Don't pop the Sheeps. quick sheeps. Good job. Separate skull and X, burn skull. Fizzle will be ready on the taunts if you lose aggro here. Just... Resheep. We had a healer pop. Resheep.
Resheep on star? Resheep on circle?
Sometimes you can't, so we need to get a tank on them, but no deep wounds if you can help it. Alright. Just whichever one's up is the kill target. Get Fizzle on it. Fizzle announce which one you're...
I'm on circle.
I got you. I got it. You gotta take a different one.
Fast resheep. Fizzle direct. Call out your focus.
We're on circle.
If you can't resheep in the bubble, so I need off tanks to grab the other.
First one back.
I shouted. Everybody on diamond next. Diamond next.
I got diamond, dude. You can't just keep pulling my card.
Squirt's coming up.
Moon's coming back.
We need an off tank to get on these ads that are coming up to us. Domo's running away. Domo's heading to a hunter.
Dude, you're making this very
No more sheep. No more sheep.
Alright, we got it. Elites are back.
Moon's got star.
Need an off tank on the elite. Pop your cooldowns here to get over the hump if you need.
I got square.
Moon's right about to come up.
Heal Noon.
Kill the healer first, and then get on the elites and just separate the elites. Don't have the elite near the group. You don't want to tank the elites near anyone else for the AoE.
I'm getting Moon as soon as it comes here.
Just separate them. Move them away from the range.
Resist the taunt. Mocking, resist the crew.
I got.
So you guys stack the elites. It's unnecessary. It just does more AoE damage.
No, he got two. He got two.
I got double resist.
I just taunted him to keep it from going on the raid. It's alright. We're all good.
So were we taunting over each other?
Yeah.
I'm calling. I'm like, you can hear me, right?
I didn't hear you at all in the fight. Sorry.
I mean, I don't know. I was definitely talking.
Well, I didn't
You're
hear
kind
you.
of quiet.
All right, we'll clean that up. Let's just move on.
I go now to summon the Lord whose house this is. Should you seek an audience with him, your pouncing lives will surely be forfeit. Nevertheless, seek out his lair if you dare.
So because Red's a noob and he set up our item reserves, he didn't even put Fireproof Cloak on the list. That is the best fire resist cloak though.
Wait, you actually gave the leaf to the Druid?
It's a meme he can
How
try.
does it feel?
Yeah, it's really good.
How does it feel,
Druids.
hunters? How does it?
Alright, let's stack up in front of the Surgers for Rag. I want to take a second to get Rag placing proper once we get in the room. Make sure we all have our spots. We'll mark all the heals to help the healers evenly separate. That's pretty much it. The only change I'm going to do on Rag here, in Fizzle, I actually want to hold you out of DPS for it, because I want a second tank to taunt during execute phase. So we're going to weave as we hit sub 20 on Rag. So you'll stay out for the knockbacks, Fizzle, but after every knockback goes off, I want you to run in and taunt, basically, and then I'll be taunting off you. But we're just going to layer all of our taunts when Rag's sub 20, because the aggro reduction plus the execute phase for warriors is just too much.
Oh my god, really?
So we're going to blow mocking blows,
Come here, Onyxia, where are you?
challenging shouts, regular taunts. You know, we're just going to blow them all, but we have to layer. So really what Fizzle I want you to do is, like, whenever we get Rag below 20%, whenever knockback's happening, as soon as the knockback goes off, I want you to like run up and mocking blow. Do nothing else. Don't even taunt, because I don't want you to take over the threat lead. I just want you to hold him, you know, in case a Fury Warrior would have jumped up there with an execute.
Okay.
And then you'll wait, and then after the next knockback happens, sub 20%, you'll use your AoE shout to do a 5-6 second, because you're mocking blow and the challenging
So
shout.
I will not be taunting to make sure
Correct.
that I'm okay.
Yeah, just never taunt. That might be false. I don't know. We'll see how it feels. We might have you taunt again on it. Let's kill these Surgers and get ready.
Can you summon DC to the group? I got lost as shit.
Yeah, it's fine. As soon as the Surgers dead. But yeah, so we're at 90 minutes. It's been a hard night, but not excruciatingly. We can clean up our clear time a lot by avoiding some deaths and wipes, obviously. Kill this other Surger before we jump down.
Oh, here it is, yeah.
We're not going to be able to pull rage here, doesn't really matter. Top yourself off before you jump in the lava. We got one Surger on the other side. Let's try to avoid that Surger if we can. We might actually be able to pull rage a little bit. So let's just buff really tight here as soon as we get out of the lava. Just stack and buff. And don't kill the Surger yet if we can help it. I'm going to mark the healers. Okay, I have most of the healers marked. That'll help us spread. Let's get full buffs up, consumed.
All right, so Pro, run me through again what you're wanting. So effectively, just wait till you get knocked back.
You'll stand in the
charge
safe
and
spot. Yeah. You don't even wait for knockbacks. Like we'll know when everyone runs out, right? And then as soon as I say resisted, or as soon as I get knocked back, you run in and blow your mocking blow or your challenging shout. But you only do it at the end, like sub 20%. Otherwise, you're just back up.
Okay.
All right, buffs, consumes. Make sure everyone looks good.
Groups 3 and 4.
All right, let's pull rage on the Surger. I'm gonna try and grab him. Let's do a slow kill here. Range, don't even do anything. Let the melee just kind of melee it down.
You got like a 1.5-minute intro, bro.
Go ahead and start it.
Yeah, go ahead and start it then. Well, no, I want to get our spacing right. It's unlikely we get a great rage pull here, but don't start it. I want to give us plenty of time to get in our position. It's way more important than a rage pull on.
Sure.
We'll see if I can get any carry over. All right, go ahead and finish them. And let's immediately go to our spots. So go ahead and just assume your spots from last week. Healers, be cognizant of other marks so you guys can spread evenly, even if it means changing your spot slightly. It's okay to stack on a friend. You do not want to chain groups, you know, where you're getting hit by a fireball that hits multiple people around you that you're not trying to stack with. It's much better to stack with a friend. So let's get spread out real quick before we start.
Which pally's doing wisdom?
Import that weak wars if you haven't already for the Wrath of Ragnar.
Safe spots here, right? Hasn't moved.
Yeah, same spots. Safe spots back there behind me. The tank spot's right here on me where the lava kind of juts out. Yep. Got to be quick to intercept if you find yourself tanking after the knockback.
Show.
All right, go ahead and start the talk. This looks good.
Priest is doing Spirit. Can I stand over here? This is Arcade.
Yes, you can.
Because that can heal the melee and the tanks from here.
Yes, you can.
Do you want me to stand with Arcadis so you get my buff pro?
We shouldn't stack over here because we'll get launched in the lava.
I have fire resist aura. I'm good on the buff.
What's your resist at? Just out of curiosity.
I'm only at 209 right now. I've been using less and less each week. More threat.
You want to be resisting those though.
Yeah, you end up resisting majority even with lower the fire resist gear. And it has nothing to do with the threat drop. Doesn't matter if you resist or not. It's just a knockback. And intercept every time generally.
Ulthric, can you PI Coops on this fight and I'll get Sinew?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I have 6 seconds on start.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
My timer's off. There we go. I have Wrath of Ragnar in 22 seconds on my time. 9 seconds on Wrath. So you do nothing early, Fizzle. Just wait until execute phase.
Level in my cross.
3 seconds on Wrath.
Ooh, careful.
Get out. Get ready for knock. It already went off. Persisted. Wrath in 8 seconds. Everyone out. 3 seconds on Wrath. Not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. There it is.
Just the weak aura. It's always right.
Are you on me in taunting?
Only for after the next Wrath of Rag. So in 10 seconds, after Wrath of Rag goes off, run up and use your Mocking Blow, and then I'll taunt it back off. Alright, get ready. 4 seconds, Wrath of Rag, everyone out. As soon as this one resists or I get knocked back, you run in. Fizzle, get ready. There it is, run in. Go ahead and use your Mocking Blow. I'll use mine.
Nice.
Cloak, Blood Thing, Storm Rage, Crown of Destruction.
Good job. New record on Rod.
Yeah, that was a good kill, guys. Better job. I didn't let any melee die. I think having the backup tank, we didn't even really need it there. The kill time was so fast, but I think that's the best way to avoid mistakes. Melee. So we're going to kill a quick Onyxia, and we're going to call it a night. Let's go ahead and get portals up to Ironforge for anyone who doesn't need loot. Stick around if you are slotted for any of this. Big Cloak, Gratz Lock.
Thank you.
Repair if you need to.
Oh wait, no, I have
Don't
the
take
cape.
the darn port.
I thought you master looted the cape to me. Did you mean to loot the crown?
You can
You already
trade
have it. Yeah, you can trade it. We'll need you to give it to someone.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
crown goes
Tell me
next.
who.
Okay. We'll figure it out. Let Newbie sort.
Left already.
No, I think you can trade it outside the instance. Just don't.
You can.
Who got the cape?
Do you have it, Tom?
We sent it to Unlock, but I think he already has it, so we gotta figure out who.
I have the Black Baron cape.
It's like a small upgrade.
I got a really shitty cape.
I'll do a link for Cape and Raid Newbie. Link it and have the hunters link what their item is. We can decide real quick who's taking it. Or the hunters can just link. We got Black on Tom. Idris got it too.
Give it to this, yeah.
Yeah, congrats TCO.
Let's get
out to Onyxia. We're just gonna do one raid kill. Make it nice and smooth. We're gonna do 2 tanks on Onyxia still, even though we got a huge raid. So Fizzle and I, we're gonna do both in front on the pole. And Idra, Fizzle, I'm gonna have you main tank phase 1.
Dual wield tank?
Yeah, if you want, go for it.
Hell yeah.
Healers have nothing to do phase 1. You can dual will tank it, and then that should put me in a position where I can get him as soon as she.
Full disclosure, this is my first time ever tanking Onyxia, so
Don't be problem. We have Dwarf Priest. You don't have to fear dance. You basically just tank her like I do. So the biggest thing when you approach is to make sure you control which direction her tail swipes. You know how I always like to have her tail swipe to the left? That means I run up on her right to swing her tail around the left side. And then don't try to run back to the tank spot. Let her knock you back there.
So
you can start slowly walking.
Meet her at the middle.
Turn her.
Slowly walk back, and then she'll punt me, and then just wait for.
Stand still. When she punts you back, just stand there. She has a new ability that'll recall you back to her after she punts you. It'll like port you back to her. So it's a little weird. She might not move quickly. So you just slowly kind of walk back. Just don't miss global cooldowns on her in order to walk her back. It can cause your threat to suffer big time. Once again, don't bloodthirst on the pull. Wait until there's 5 stacks unders.
Say the last part again. Sorry, I had my headphones on.
Oh, don't use bloodthirst on the pull on Onyxia. Wait until we get 5 stacks on, obviously, before you start blood. So just 2nd or 3rd global bloodthirst. So you just run up with a revenge and a heroic strike and do that a couple times, and then start bloodthirsting. And then Onyxia especially, don't overuse heroic strike. With daggers, you're going to burn rage real quick on her. You're going to be rage starved even with dual wielding. So just don't overuse heroic strike except for on the pull, just to stabilize.
Oh, by the way, if you're live logging, you should probably end your thing now so that Ani and...
To split Ani, good call.
Yeah, I ended it and I have a new one started up.
Alright, we're...
I was wondering why there was issues last week. I assume that's what you were alluding to.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, kind of a shitty night for our standards, but we knew we were shaking a lot up. It's all in the spirit of putting us in a better position long term as a guild to run 2 MCs. A lot of people doing new roles, and I think we didn't have all the focus there without Ani. That's my fault on the dog pat, and I think typically once you break, 1 wipe in a raid, typically mentally it's hard for everyone to stay super hardcore engaged, and then other mistakes follow. But we'll clean that up and not let that dog wipe us again, and it probably would have been a clean run after that without the dog mistake. That's just on me with the pacing and positioning.
Who got the Storm Rage legs?
Thunder.
No, I'll take a hefty blame for a few deaths tonight, guys. This is my first foray into 2nd tanking in a while / ever, so there's a lot of pulls that I had to learn tonight.
Ragnaros told me and Iffy to go fuck ourselves, knocked us up like 5 times in a row.
Dude, I'm just happy I cleaned up my rag. I'm not letting melee down rag anymore. It's my New Year's resolution.
Please.
Fizzle said thank you.
I was talking to Noon.
No, I'm talking to you in Whisper.
I know, but I was whispering to Noon too.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Hank.
Something I've learned on rag, the taunt after Wrath of Ragnaros is worthless in a lot of situations if you still have the threat lead. It's much more important to sync your shield slams for right after the Wrath of Ragnaros. So I just save my shield slam globals as the Wrath approaches, and then make sure I'm laying a shield slam down her right after the Wrath. Because if you're not losing, if no one else is overtaking you in threat, that taunt does nothing except for a 3-second aggro hold. And then you don't have it if someone actually pulls aggro for real. Yeah, no split run tonight. I kind of was going to decide, depending on how hard the raid felt and how clean it was and how fast it was, if we tried to do splits with this squad. Next week, we'll probably do at least 3 runs, though, potentially. And we'll have time to build the rosters ahead of time and all that stuff.
Well, this is a week of gelling, too. A lot of people in new. It'll be good next week.
Right.
Glad we
today. FPS.
Mass kill car strat. That's easy. That's going to be fun to do more often.
Oh, yeah.
So when we get world buffs on Gar next time, I don't mind cheesing it to where I tank all the ads, and then I even bring them into the melee for some whirlwinds before the ads get to half health during the Gar burn. So that really juices all the cleaves.
My threat felt fine up until the end.
Well,
I'm not used to tanking execute phase bosses, so I let Xavier die at the end.
Our DPS is good. Yeah, that's what I've been concerned about. You felt good early on. You just can't give up to perfect rotation, and you got to time your rage. And you might even save recklessness there. If that's your boss, you tank every week, and without being Fury Prod. If you were Fury Prod, it'd be a little bit easier. But I don't want you. That's too much of a.
It would be 15% easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, Xavier, that was 100% my fault that you died there. I'm not used to having to watch at the end for execute phase. So I love you. I'll give you another strength.
It wasn't bad by any means. I didn't have meters on you because my details is set up only for myself.
I was pretty far ahead for the majority of the fight. I think execute phase just snuck up.
Yeah. And you see, it'll catch. It's punishing, dude. Like you use an extra couple heroics, suddenly you miss a global on a Bloodthirst or a Sunder, and then a Fury Warrior is pulling aggro on XQ phase. You know, it's deceiving. They'll really shoot up when that sub 20 phase hits. Most of them shouldn't be using Wreck there because I think they save it for Shads. So it's not that horrible, but they're still timing their whatchamacallit, their enrage or death wishes for XQ phase.
Let the record be known that Pro would have lost to me to duel if he didn't.
I didn't pot.
I'm pretty sure I saw a pot. We need
I
to
didn't
check.
fucking pot.
We need to check the replay.
You can pot in a duel.
You potted. I saw it. We all saw it.
Get ready to jump at the right time, boy. Don't fuck it up.
Now.
Ready in 3, 3, 3, 3,
4,
and go.
Just watch the map as soon as the boat starts to pull away.
Hey. Yeah. What? Can we get a shout out to the priest who can just run on water for some
Fucking
reason?
legends over there.
Yo, shout out to Toby for topping the meters in his first.
Was he up there? Cool. Well done. Yeah, that was a rough raid for meters for sure. A lot of buffs lost.
Entire boss fights dead and still was fit.
The pacing wasn't, all things considered. Yeah, I know. I felt bad there, Noon. I'm sorry. Obviously, you can see though we needed to have just people we could trust and stabilize. Oh, that was Experia dying on the cleave fight.
Wow. I can't believe you don't recognize 40 people's voices right now.
You and Noon have a very similar voice, dude. I'm sorry.
It's like you don't
I do
care
not
about
sound
all
like
80 of
him.
us.
I do not sound like him.
Okay.
Okay.
CDN.
Okay.
We can hear your chin slapping, alright?
Aw, man.
That sounds like Cool Ranch, am I right?
Ew.
His body, his choice.
Yeah, for real, guys. The fuck.
So Toby got a rank 1 parse on Lucy. Is that real?
Go check it out.
Did you have Ani buff?
No,
and we didn't.
I did have Ani buff, yeah.
We didn't burn Lucy. I highly doubt it.
I see a 1 beside my name.
He does have a 1 beside his name, but it's not.
How
for-
many ones?
Is it
It's
1%?
not- It's not for rank 1.
Oh, it's the other one.
The other one.
Is the low one.
But despite that, still top damage tonight.
Anyone want to help me summon Tom back here?
You're talking about top overall damage, Quana? Like with ads and stuff?
Quan, did that Lucy parse help you on your global meet?
Me? Yeah, no, I crushed Lucy and Mag hard tonight. So I think I
How
should.
many-
I mean, I was already rank 1. I repassed that warrior, but
Oh, you
I
did?
think I'll hang on.
How many competitive ferals are there right now?
4.
Over 100 probably.
No, there's like, including me, there's like.
I mean, you parse against like 600 ferals, right?
Yeah, but they're not all good.
Sure.
Kill this warlock. Oh, there's more.
Oh,
Forgive my
Locked us up.
vanilla ignorance. Is there a point where your class drops off? Sadly? I'm just...
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. We're already witnessing it for the people that are perfect prebis. Like a perfect prebis warrior, he's not gonna be able to compete against if you're playing well.
On private servers, I felt like the fall off was kind of ZG patch because like that's where like try hard casters can start to pass. But I mean, I'll be fine for BWL. I expect to continue to be a top damage in BWL and probably in. I mean, I'll probably stay relevant, but I fall off a little bit in ZG patch.
I got you.
Could I get a summon, please?
BWL is a really well designed raid for Pharaoh. Like the fights are just like they're just favorable. There's a lot of single target
Stand
fights.
behind everything.
Yeah, and like there's like not as many opportunities for rogues and warriors to cleave, so that like helps me by like indirect.
Say that until we start doing both Drakes at once.
Yeah, that I mean that would definitely be disadvantageous for me.
Like we'll be there for a while. But yeah, like even Razor Gore, it's like just a lot of individual mobs. You don't even really cleave much. You're gonna kill stuff so fast. It's all single target. Burn.
Razor Gore is really rough too, like because like once you're really good, like it's hard to like do damage at all. Because like everything just dies.
You're just competing for one global on each one.
Exactly.
I wish roll buffs were banned. I've been kidding.
They practically are for our guild. We yet to line them all up perfectly. Nah, we'll fix that. Alright, let's get everyone online. We're zoned into Onyxia. We're about to start pulling trash. Go ahead and kill this warder. Ranged only. As the taunter says, my man.
Oni logs are in the public channel, as well as MCs there too.
Nice for your service.
Nice.
Stack up right here. I'll run down. Don't move any further.
Feels good when 60 of the new mage water can last you the whole night.
Oh my god, it's the best.
Huge. So Fizzle, we're gonna pull rage off of the next one that's down there stationary. Well, not the next. I think actually one more after this maybe. But we're pulling rage off the last ad, obviously. So we'll get all buffs, consumes, mana, and check before the last trash.
For sure. I'm just down here to make sure if you get a weird counter. There's my Sal weak aura. Fuck, that's awesome.
Back up. Stand at the top there. I'll stand down here so I don't line aside anyone.
If I have a weak aura that I imported that's not... Go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if I have a weak aura that's like I imported that's not loaded, how do I make that come?
Click on it, go to actions or load over on the right side of it, and then click unclick.
Oh, okay, I got it. Cool, thanks.
Alright, Big Dick consumes. Hey, we're not skipping that. We're gonna pull rage off this warder. So I don't know why you guys ran over to Onyxia.
Priest, start throwing out fear words.
Okay, so a little bit more mana, then we're gonna pull rage on the warder before we go in for the pull. Fizzle is most important to have a full rage bar. Pro second most important. No range DPS until we get full rage on the warriors. Alright, Fizzle, go ahead. Just pro and Fizzle in at the start here, and then we can have the warriors come in. Don't kill it. We want to pull rage off this. Save your blood rages. I'll just taunt once you lose aggro Fizzle. Just try to hold your abilities. There you go. Now you can start. Give me a second to pull rage. Warriors run out once you get your rage bar up. Range DPS, so slow down for a second. We still have some warriors not ready. Okay, there we go. Go ahead and finish it. Quick drinks.
Womp womp.
Come on, guys. Gotta have better heals than that. Okay, change of plans then. You stand in front, Fizzle, and dual wield, but I main tank phase 1.
Yep.
That means you're going to have to most likely be responsible for grabbing her and bringing her down in phase.
Very good possibility that I can still overcome me on.
Yeah, try. Go for it.
Yeah.
Full buffs on consume and Fizzle. Fizzle, you got to reconsume, dude. So work on that fast. Tell me when you're ready. That was expensive.
Hey man, it is what it is. This is why I play the game.
Make sure you have your effect.
Get a fort on him.
Are you doing odds left, evens right again?
Yeah. And just so hold on left, because he's going to tail swipe left. He's going to turn the tail left.
Ready.
Get a might.
And use a rage pot on the pull, Fizzle, if you want. Actually, yeah, go ahead and use a rage pot on the pull. I think you want to get it on cooldown, even though you're not going to have it up again for the rest. Or save it for phase 3. It's your call. Yeah, I have rage. Save yours for rage.
I'm using stone shield.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. You only use rage pot here, but don't use it until phase 3.
Alright.
Alright, ready for the pull? Mana's buffs, good. I'm going to tail swipe left, so if your odds group, go left, but slow down, don't get tail swiped. Alright,
Odds left, evens right.
Yep. Everyone up, pull.
You are going to DPS very, very slowly.
We can go hard if we have cloaking, right?
Yeah. You can go hard no matter what. We're running 2 tanks. Fizzle, come get in the front up here with me. There you go, walk back with me. Keep moving with her. Try not to get tail swiped as she walks. You gotta be on your toes. You gotta walk with her.
Now hit it very hard and very fast.
In your defensive stance, right, Fizz? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So you're really just eating the cleaves to do a little bit, get a little bit more rage, do a little bit more threat.
There's whelps.
We got whelps left.
I don't see enough
Get the whelps down.
More now. Throw more nuts, more nuts, more nuts. Come on, more nuts.
Let's not have all the warriors pop recklessness when she lands. Just pro and fizzle, and then once we get under control, you can wreck.
Stop dots now.
Handle it.
East and west. East and west.
Keep burning her.
She's cool. To reiterate, east and west is safe.
She's in the middle. Don't call save. Just say where she is. She's in the middle. Middle top. Keep burning her hard. All right, stop DPS.
Beware.
Pro scatter. Just down pro heals. Refill your word. Move with her when she knocks me back. Move with her. Don't get tail swiped.
You are going to DPS very, very slowly.
Beware.
I haven't moved yet just because she hasn't knocked me back. I didn't want to lose threat moving her back. There it is.
Hit it like you mean it.
Z.
It's easy when you have a bunch of people.
Double druid helm.
That's Kander.
Troll, dude.
Doubles. That's so shit. Double storm rage Escan. That's punishment.
That's troll, dude. It is punishment.
Popped his ass.
Yo, who's number one there? I think you just rank one parsed for the server.
Who?
Who's rank one on that fight? I just lost it. I think you might be rank one for the server.
But guys, you can't brag about Ani parses because nobody else
Yes,
is
you can.
manning. It looks good on the
Yes, you
logs,
can.
but
I was, and then a rogue from Rise passed me, and I know my parse just beat his, so I think you just.
Alright, well, thanks for the raid tonight, guys. We definitely don't need to be doing 40-man Anis. I just didn't want to push us too hard after having this mix up so much this week and, arguably take it a step back from last week in terms of speed. But we're now going to have 2 raids on farm. I'm very confident in tomorrow night's run. And then heading into next cycle, it's going to be very interesting and fun to try and start, maintaining 2 rosters of competitive players. So it's going to be good for everybody, especially good long-term for the guild. But we're not going to give up on speedrunning in Raid 1, so we're going to clean these runs up and get back to a fully Ani buff, Songflower, Dire Maul speedrun. That's our goal here in the next couple weeks. We'll get it, and we'll do it with a very competitive roster. So thanks for coming. Enjoyed your presence.